Okay, let's do that. So I'm mixing cadmium yellow light or cadmium yellow medium, it doesn't matter, with a tiny bit of red. I have here yellow ochre and I have white. So the yellow ochre here is for just in case I need to add some shadow, like darken my yellow a bit. This is a bright, and I'm just gonna go in and just dab with the corner of my brush. Just dab. Just keep an eye on the shape, on what you're getting when you're dabbing. It's okay if you get a couple that are connected, a couple of dots or dabs that are connected, it's okay. Try not to make them too neat, like in a line. Mess them up a bit. The ones on the outside are not as intense as the ones are inside. Just like play around with the shape. I know in the reference, there's a space between these two. So I can do that after. I can put some blue and open up the space a bit. So I'm not worried about this for now. I'm not concerned about having a space in between because I can easily, after I'm done, adjust the shape using negative painting. Float them. Don't make them too neat, especially on the edge. The edge of the right here. So make them kind of flowy. Sometimes we need to change the shape, but in this case, actually the arrangement is really nice. So we don't need to change anything. Some in the center. And let's do some couple here. Now the colors are not that bright in the reference, but I'm making them brighter. I think it will look nicer. Okay, so I'm going to take white now, mix it with my yellow. Okay, a bit of white. And I'm just going to come and just put a couple over. Putting white in here will kind of separate. It will give it a bit of a shape, more shape. Not everywhere, just in a couple of places. You can see the white, like you can see the light yellow, and not on the ones inside, just the ones outside. Right, now let's take some yellow, mix it a bit with yellow ochre, and just cover more yellow ochre. Some of them are, if they're inside, they should be darker. It's good though, good. Now let it dry. Now white and ultramarine violet. Just a light ultramarine violet. And we're going to start with the ones in the back. You know, I don't like to start with white right away. We're going to start with white ultramarine violet, and then we're going to switch to white with a bit of green in it. And then we'll, so my brush stroke is across this way, going across, and it's like, again, dabbing, but moving. It's instead of dabbing this way, I'm dabbing, but moving my brush kind of sideways a bit. And I'm going to keep an eye on the shape I'm creating. Okay, so let's do it slowly. And if we overdo it, it's okay, because we can use green to reshape them. Okay, so here we go. Just a bit of white and water in here, because and it's the same thing. Kind of fluff them up a bit. Don't make them too neat. Especially the edge of the flower. You know, you don't want it to have you don't want to see a line in there, a neat line. Okay, again, load. Okay. This is what's going to make it look interesting. The queen and lace. Let's do that. So shape them up. Keep an eye on the original one, on the reference. All right. Okay. Dip my brush in water a bit, the tip of my brush from time to time, because it really gets dry. Wipe it, clean it up. Okay. Now the big one. corner of my brush. Again, if I miss some areas, or if I find that I'm overdoing it with some areas in here, I'm going to go back with the color of the background and open up, reshape it. Okay, good. Okay, that one in the back, I'm going to keep it darker. So I'm adding ultramarine violet, and eventually next layer, it's going to be with green in it. So you can see. Okay, I'm adding more white. More white now. Because this one is in the front. The other one is in the back, so not as detailed or focused, but the one in the front is focused. So good. So this is good. I'm going to get some sap green now and do the same thing, but with green, with white and green. I'm mixing the green in the same pile with I have a bit of ultramarine violet in my white here, so I added green to it, and it's like a very, very light green. All of the white I have, I'm mixing it here with the green. Okay, the reason I'm doing this, why I started with ultramarine violet and white and then green and white, because ultramarine violet and white gives me depth. The purple creates the illusion of leaves in the back, and the green one, green and white, are the leaves in the front. And eventually I'm going to be adding just white in certain areas to highlight the shape. If I start straight with just ultramarine violet, with green and white, I'm not going to get depth. So the purple and white in the back, it represents the ones that are inside. So it gives really kind of a nice depth.
So you're randomly putting the green and white.
Pardon?
You're
Yes, random. Right now it's random. Where I'm putting them, right? Is that what you're?
Yes.
Yes, random. And also the green white is because when you look at them, the queen and lace, the white has green in it. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
it's not 100% white. It has a bit of green in it, but that's because I think because of the leaves. I'm not sure, because of the twigs, but it's lovely. I love it. It's beautiful. These are very nice flowers. I love queen and lace.
Me too. And you didn't add yellow to that at all, right?
No yellow, just white and green. I will be adding white only soon, after I finish this layer. So one layer, especially the ones in the back, they're not as strong, you know, there's not a lot of lights on them, the ones in the back. So we want to keep them that way. And we want to add the highlights to the ones that are in the front, the strong white. See how creating layers will make it really full and it looks interesting. Okay. This one in the back here, you don't really see too much of the dabbing. Like it's more like a, it's not heavy. You don't see, like, you don't dab. Just make it more softer, because it's far and it's not heavy. All right, the one in the front now, or actually the one here, the bottom. This one here, I'm going to keep. Oh dear. With the same colors I'm using, I'm just putting a bit of highlights with this part of the This actually goes down more, but that's okay. All right, now with the green again, we're going to take some more green, add it to that, to the light one. I'm going to reshape this a bit. The green, dark green. Okay. Now, let's put some just only white. So everything now is on the same level. So I'm just going to take white, just white, and highlight with white some areas, not all. I would kind of trying to imagine that this is higher. So I'm using lighter. I think it would need one more layer of white, but when it's dry, maybe. All right. I'm going to keep the ones in the back. No, highlight them a bit. First, highlight this. It's great. Now I have cerulean blue. What I'm going to do is go in between here and reshape a bit because I lost, this is merging too much. So I'm just gonna open it up a bit. You have to be careful with white because if we put too much white, then it becomes flat. Okay.